So after creating this Rahi MoC back in 2018, almost 5 years ago, Christopher and I have taken a lot of effort in keeping this Rahi a secret, until the time is right to reveal him. Knowing that this Rahi itself will probably be the face of all the Rahi for the entire first season of BIONICLE. Making Muaka was quite a challenge. I knew this Rahi was going to be bigger than most, and would require delicate attention to detail. Fortunately, I made it a point to try and document the creation of this Rahi by photographing my progress each day. This, I hope, will give you somewhat of an understanding of how much work went into creating the Muaka. And yes, I made 2 Muaka simultaneously. That in and of itself proved to be a bit of a challenge. This is about when you can start to tell that the MoC is really coming together. Interesting little side detail, I actually constructed the Muaka back in 2018, the same time I was constructing the finalized version of Toa Onua. Now, I knew the paint job of this creature was going to be somewhat controversial, because the paint job of the original Muaka was just somewhat ambiguous. You know, a little bit of yellow, gray, and black. Very technic looking. If possible, I like to base my Rahi somewhat off of a real creature. So I basically had my pick of just about any paint job of any of the big cats in our world. I admit I almost went with somewhat of a mountain lion paint job, but the truth is, I felt like God was leading me to a more dynamic, more visually eye-popping color scheme. And that's when he had me settle on a leopard, which would require many multiple layers of paint to get this color scheme to work. So as about this point in the video, the Rahi Muaka is now officially complete. As a lot of us fans know from the original BIONICLE lore, Muaka are loners by nature. However, in Project Toa, that may not always seem to be the case, for the madness may drive them to do uncommon or even downright unnatural things. Sightings of Muaka on the island of Matanui were not particularly rare before, but after Makuta takes control of so many of the carnivorous species of Rahi on the island, Muaka sightings become far more seldom, as they lull the Matoran into a false sense of security that perhaps their numbers are dwindling, although they are not. The Muaka attacks on the Matoran, by comparison to other Rahi, are extremely rare, which only increases the amount of terror they produce when they actually do. Muaka attacks are savage, thorough, and devastating, and perhaps that is the reason why their attacks are so seldom. They rarely tend to pick off Matoran 1 or 2 at a time. These Rahi attack full villages, and if unprepared, the Matoran could risk their entire Koro being destroyed by a single Muaka. They do not waste their time or energy on minor targets. Even if they did, you would know the Muaka deemed it necessary to send a clear message. If ever the Matoran put up a stiff resistance to the Rahi, the Muaka will be the ones to engage them and break their ranks. the idea or the hope that one would survive a Muaka attack is naive at best, for no one has ever felled a Muaka in battle. The Matoran can only hope and pray that the Toa will be the first to do so. You cannot outrun them. You cannot hide from them. They will smell you out. They cannot be reasoned with or distracted from their purpose. All you can do is pray that for some reason they do not feel threatened or take no interest in you. They are chiefly favored by Makuta of all his Rahi to enforce fear, pain, or death on the Matoran. So I'm hoping this Muaka model did not disappoint. If you are interested in staying more up to date with what is happening on BIONICLE Project Toa, don't forget Little Brotherhood Studios also has a Facebook page. We have a BIONICLE Project Toa group that we consistently, at least twice a week, we give you updates and exclusive pictures, sometimes before these things ever hit YouTube. If you want even more exclusive videos, go to Patreon and become a patron, and you will unlock a whole lot more content, video content, and production stills that no one else has access to. There's a lot more to this project than meets the eye, because we just do not want to give away too much at this point. Also, just keep following us on YouTube. We try to post at least 5 videos a year. Check out some of our older projects. We've also got some really neat live action films that we filmed years ago, and we're starting to do some more projects like that, more live action work. One of our videos I just feel like gets sadly kind of neglected is our latest live action film called Storm. It is a short film suspense thriller that I think most of our fans just didn't even see go up because it got very, very little attention. But I definitely encourage you to check it out because it's a really cool, really scary short film that my little brother directed. Just keep watching our videos. We need those views. And thank you so much for all of you who follow us quite faithfully. We got bigger projects, a lot more that has not been shown on the way. Just takes time. So we definitely appreciate your patience.